we will lose. We will lose. And you have kids today, we can't lose for them. We can't lose for them. 31 years I've been in Newark, South Ward, Weequahic and Maple, that's where I grew up. I love this city. I love this city. Violence that's going on there, violence that's going on in the South, I refuse to believe that humanity has given up. That's why I continue to fight. I know you all have reasons to continue to fight. I know that, the older generation, you got into this for a different struggle and a different reason. But it's all the same. If you love your fellow man, if you love this city, if you love your neighbor, if you love your brother, continue to struggle. Black Lives Matter. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so glad to see Black Lives Matter here and see the young people here, because I will not be here forever. And I was so glad to see a young man on the front page of the Star Ledger last week. He helped organize a movement against police brutality in Maplewood. And they had a victory because they got the police chief suspended. So I want that young man to come forward. T.J. Whitaker, give him a big hand. T.J. Whitaker, give him a big hand.
All right.
All power to the people. All power to the people. I want to thank Larry Hamm and the People's Organization for Progress for inviting us and making the call. I want to give some special homage to Sister Baraka. I want to thank my brother Ras, the hip-hop man in struggle. We're from that same generation. And one of the things I've been talking a lot about lately to people is when I first came home from school, it was people like Larry Hamm and Zaid Muhammad who put me on and brought me into the struggle. And 20, 25 years later, it's our turn now, right? There's no more looking to the elders. We are the elders, right? We are the elders. I'll be 50 in 2 years, like no joke. So we are the elders. And so as we pass this baton on, our youth need to see models of resistance. They need to see, this brother from Black Lives Matter just said it, the adults, the elders, we need to step out and they need to see us representing. They need to see the models of black folks, of elders standing up and fighting. There's too much compromise going on in this country. There's too much compromise going on in this country. We had a people's victory in Maplewood. No doubt the police chief got suspended. Hopefully he will resign. If not, they're going to proceed to get him fired. But let's not be mistaken. Even if he resigns, he will go into private life, collect his pension, and make $100,000 somewhere else. White supremacy does not end with the firing of a police chief. Right? The war is long-term. The war is protracted. So when we think about our young people on these college campuses around the country, I want to talk about this for a minute and then I'm going to give up the mic. But one of the things that's happening, as the best and brightest from Newark and East Orange and Irvington and around this state, as they go out to universities like the University of Virginia, the University of North Carolina, even when they stay home and go to Rutgers University and Princeton, we need to understand that every one of those institutions was founded on slavery. They were founded on the backs of our ancestors. So here's what happens. When our young people come to consciousness and their dormitories, and their libraries, and their student centers are named after the very racist and white supremacists that founded this country, they protest. And they stand up. And do you know what happens? The same 20 and 30 years old that organized that rally yesterday, those are the folks that they're going to school with. Those are the folks that they're on campuses with all around this country. So our young folks are standing up. We got to stand up with them. Now is the time to fight. No more compromise. All power to the people.
Power to the people.
DJ, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
As I bring on the next speaker, which will be from the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition, I just want to say that the FBI came out with a report last year, 2016, that police forces all over the country and at all levels have been infiltrated by white supremacist organizations. This is the FBI's report. This is not anecdotal evidence. This is based on information gathered by an investigation of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So these racists have found their way into police forces at all levels, at the local, county, state, and the FBI said in its own bureau. So this is a serious problem. But right now, I want to bring forward a spokesperson for one of the foremost organizations in this city and in this state fighting violence in our community, the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition, and speaking for them today, Brother Bashir Akanyele. Give him a big hand. Let's give Brother Larry Ham, the state chairman of the People's Organization for Progress, a strong hand, brothers and sisters. He is, as far as many of us are concerned, but particularly me, he is the most legitimate, real leader of our people, man. Not some concoction by the media, by Facebook, by Twitter, by the powers that be, by the police, by the FBI, by the CIA. This brother came from our community, and he's been here organizing our people for power for a long time. So again, let's give him a strong hand. Not gonna be long, just gonna be strong, all right? You know, we say this in the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition. We say, stop the violence, right? That's how we say. We say, stop the shooting, right? They're gonna repeat after me. Stop the shooting. Stop the killing. Stop the violence. Black power. All power to the people. Hotep. Hotep is an ancient African word for peace, probably the oldest, as Dr. Ben would argue. It is the oldest word for peace in human history. I know we heard of Dr. Ben, right? Some of y'all heard of Dr. Ben? Master teacher, right? All right. That brother's taught us that Hotep is the oldest word for peace. So we say Hotep, 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 peace in the streets. Peace in the streets. Peace in the streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Brothers and sisters, I echo everything everybody else is saying. We're going to continue to organize against racial violence. This is racial violence. This is something that the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition speaks against. All right, we speak against police violence. Some people say, why y'all talk about police violence? We talk about all violence affecting black and brown and poor communities, all right? So we speak against police violence. We speak against community violence, or what folks call black-on-black violence. We speak against domestic violence. Yes, we must protect our women. So we speak against domestic violence, and we speak against racial violence. When I was with Zayed Muhammad. We were watching the news, and we saw what happened over there, and I said, we got to do something. Our brother jumped on it first. Power to the people. Hopefully we'll do something, but we all need to be out there doing some condemning the violence, the racist, terrorist violence that's taking place in this country, brothers and sisters, all right? You know, I had to bring my children down, because I'm a father, I'm a school teacher, I'm a father. My middle son, we struggle all the time. He's over there shaking his head right now. We struggle all the time about politics, because he's more along, believe it or not, even though he's an Akanyele, and his family is very progressive. My son, man, he's on that conservative tip a little bit. But I'm calling you out, Khalil. But I had to bring him down. He's upset about the violence, despite his politics. He's upset about the violence. He's upset about the violence. I'm a school teacher at Weequahic High School. Any Indians in the house? IP. And I talk about this in my classroom all the time. I'm very pro-black, very Afrocentric, but at the same time I teach my students, who are mostly black and Latinos, I say that we can be pro-black but not anti-white, all right? We can all be pro-black but not anti-white, all right? There's not anyone, most of us in here who, we love our people. We love our people, man, but we're not anti-white. Many of us will not pick up a gun or a knife or a car or hurt anybody that is not black. All right? So we got a sickness going on, in our communities, in these schools, in these churches, and these institutions that are teaching white supremacy, that are teaching hatred towards black people. So we all must work together, all right? Particularly with our own people, but with our white brothers and sisters. Yes, with our white brothers and sisters, to begin to re-educate ourselves about race in this country, brothers and sisters. So with all that being said, again, I echo everything. Mama Baraka, love you so much. I miss Papa Baraka so much. I get emotional talking about him, Mary, because I miss him so much. I miss many of us have spent time in the Baraka house, man. They open their doors up and they just let us in and they sit down and they give us the politics and the coach and everything. I miss that. All right? I miss that. So, Mama Baraka, love you so much. All right, Brother Zaid, love you. Brother Larry, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to say a few words. All right? In that spirit, stop the shooting. Stop the killing. Stop the violence. Black power. All power to the people. OTEP. Peace in the streets. No justice. No peace. Black lives matter. All right. I'm going to give Bashir a big hand. And I want y'all to give a big hand to the chair of the Anti-Violence Coalition is here, Keisha Uri. I hope I didn't violate any protocol now, did I? Not going Bashir. I want to give